Mega Chesnaught is one of the weirdest Mega Pokemon, period, but especially among the newer Mega Pokemon. Here's the deal. Most Mega Pokemon have a pretty clear goal in mind, and that goal is do a lot of damage with either a high attack stat or a high special attack stat. It's pretty unusual for Mega Pokemon to be bulky, and even some Mega Pokemon that would like to be bulky just aren't given the stats to do so. Chesnaught is one of the few exceptions. Rather than getting a ton of points in its attack or its special attack stat, it instead gets most of the bulk of its points in its defense. And at first glance that sounds pretty bad, because you can't do damage with your defense stat. Except that Chesnaught can, because Chesnaught gets the move Body Press, which does more damage the higher Chesnaught's defense is. So it actually has a way to use its huge defense stat offensively, kind of like Zamazenta if you're familiar with Zamazenta. So this sounds pretty good, but there are some problems. Arguably the biggest one is that Chesnaught is really slow. Actually, base Chesnaught is slow, but Mega Chesnaught actually loses points in its speed stat to become even slower. A mid-speed Mega Pokemon becoming slower would normally be a good thing because it would make it stronger inside of Trick Room, but because Chesnaught is so defensive and is only able to use one of its moves offensively using its defense stat, it actually is a bit awkward here. If Chesnaught kept its original speed stat, you'd be able to use it both inside of Tailwind and inside of Trick Room, but as things stand, you can kind of only use it inside Trick Room. And this is awkward because in order for Chesnaught to be most powerful, it wants to use the move Iron Defense. This move gives Chesnaught 2 stages of increased defense, so if you use it at +0, you basically double your defense stat, doubling all damage from Body Press. This is great because +2 Body Press is going to do a ton of damage, but if you think about using Chesnaught inside Trick Room, where slower Pokemon move before fast ones, you only get 4 turns effectively to start. And if you have to spend one of those turns setting up, it's not so good because the opponent will probably be able to stall out the remainder using moves like Protect or just defensive switches. Another issue with Chesnaught is its typing. Grass and Fighting isn't inherently bad, you have some useful resistances to Rock and to Water and to Electric, but you also have a quadruple weakness to Flying, you have a weakness to Psychic, you have a weakness to Fire, and you have a weakness to Fairy. And Ice. So you have this super defensive Pokemon with I'll say it's bad defensive typing. Being weak to Fairy and having a quadruple weakness and being weak to Fire, these are not good things. The final issue with Chesnaught is that it can't very easily heal itself. It does get Synthesis, but Synthesis is kind of tough because all weather moves make Synthesis only heal a quarter of your health, which really isn't worth it. And it's not like you can hold an item like Leftovers or Citrus Berry to give you bonus health because you have to hold the Mega Stone if you want to use Mega Chesnaught. I'm using Leech Seed on my Chesnaught because it's a way to get healing and also a way to damage the Ghost type Pokemon that Body Press can't hit. It's not perfect, but it will make Chesnaught scarier in an endgame. Now before we go over the other members of this team, we have to address the elephant in the room, which is my hair. I know that it looks this way. I'm not doing it on purpose. I was up until 11 p.m. filming the battles. So yeah, I showered and then I was very tired, so I went to bed, and now I look like I look like Ludwig von Koopa, right? Is that how it looks, or am I crazy? I don't know what anything looks like, but there's some cartoon character with stupid hair like this. Anyway, Chesnaught has a lot of problems, but the first one that I was worried about was actually the healing. Both Chesnaught and Mega Chesnaught get the ability Bulletproof, which is an excellent ability that makes you immune to a random scattering of ball and bomb moves. So Sludge Bomb and Shadow Ball you're immune to. They're driving a tractor. They're driving a tractor in my YouTube video. They're driving a tractor. Oh man. Can you hear that? Do I have to move again? What was I saying? Oh yeah, Chesnaught's immune to ball and bomb type moves, which is really good. But the problem is that one of the moves that it's immune to is Pollen Puff, which is one of the best moves for healing. Probably the best move when it comes to healing. They're driving it closer. They're literally driving it. They're driving it to the spot where the guy had the boombox that boomed me in the last time I tried to film here. It's raining. I didn't think I'd have to deal with people outside because it's raining. They parked it in the boombox spot. I'm gonna throw up. Okay, I'm just gonna pretend you can't hear that. So Chesnaught is immune to the best healing move, Pollen Puff, but it's not immune to every healing move. There's another move called Heal Pulse, which is like Pollen Puff except worse because it still heals your partner for 50% if you hit them, but it doesn't do anything except heal your opponent if you hit them. So it's not ideal, but it's it's still a good healing move. And I started to look at Pokemon that had both Heal Pulse and Trick Room, because we also need a Trick Room setter on this team. And there's a couple Pokemon that can do this, but one in particular caught my eye, and that's Galarian Slowking. Galarian Slowking is not a Pokemon that anybody knows much about, but I think it could be good here because it's a poison type Pokemon, making it match up well against the fairy type Pokemon that Chesnaught is weak to. It can set Trick Room up, it can heal with Heal Pulse, it can use Sludge Bomb for damage, and it actually gets a signature move called Eerie Spell, which is kind of like Spite plus Psychic fused into one. It's a little bit weaker than Psychic, but it also lowers the opponent's PP by 3, I think, whenever it hits something. It's a funny move. I don't think it's that good, but you never know. Especially with the nerfs to PP across the board, could end up doing something. The Psychic typing is nice because I think I forgot to mention earlier that Chesnaught is also weak to poison, and one of the most popular Pokemon right now is Sneasler. Sneasler's not that threatening for Chesnaught because if you get an Iron Defense up, then yeah, you're not taking that much damage even from super effective Dire Claw. But Sneasler poisoning or putting you to sleep is a pretty big deal, so we don't want to give it unlimited turns either. Other poison type Pokemon like Gengar can also be scary because Chesnaught can't touch them, so we want to be mindful about this. So we have a Trick Room user, we have a Trick Room sweeper, I'm putting that in quotes. We need a way to get Trick Room up, and ideally we'd like a fake out Pokemon. Most of you at this point are probably grabbing your monitor and shaking it and yelling, Incineroar. Incineroar should be on the team, but it's actually not Incineroar here because we want a Pokemon that can hit harder. We want a Fake Out user that can do a lot of damage. But the thing is that a lot of the Fake Out users that are in the camp of doing a lot of damage are too fast for what we need. We need a Pokemon that can work inside of Trick Room. I thought about Toxicroak because it's like kind of in mid-speed range and like has a nice ability, but it's a poison and fighting type and we already have poison and fighting on the team. So then I thought about Kangaskhan. And I know what you're thinking, you're like, oh, Wolf, this is boring. You already used Mega Kangaskhan a couple times. We don't want to see Mega Kangaskhan, but no, I'm not talking about Mega Kangaskhan. I'm talking about regular Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan gets Fake Out, and it also gets Scrappy, which means that Fake Out can hit, or all normal moves can hit Ghost-type Pokemon, which is really useful. And it also gets the move Last Resort. Last Resort is a super powerful move, but it will only work if Kangaskhan has already used all of its other moves, which is the reason why this Kangaskhan has no other moves. It's only using Fake Out and Last Resort. The idea is you send it out, you click Fake Out and maybe Trick Room, and then you can click Last Resort, and you can't be intimidated because Scrappy blocks Intimidate, and you can hit Ghost type, so there's no way to be immune to Last Resort here. It's a little bit silly, but I think it could be okay. At this point, we have a Trick Room core kind of figured out here. We don't need to worry too much more about Trick Room, but we do need to worry about something else, and that is Sun. Chesnaught is terrible into all Sun teams. It's immune to Weather Ball, which is nice, but like Heat Wave will completely blow you up. If you're worried about Sun, you probably want your own Weather, and in this case, I'm going with Rain. We're going to add Focus Sash Pelipper. It's a Pokemon that I've used a couple times. I'm not normally a huge fan of Pelipper, but I have been liking it more in this specific format. I really like the bulky Pelipper I used on my Scovillain team, but here we're going to give it the Focus Sash and Tailwind. This is because we want to use the Focus Sash somewhere on the team. It's a really good item, and it also pairs really well with Kangaskhan because we could go Fake Out in Trick Room, or we could go Fake Out in Tailwind and then use Last Resort there. We're just trying to use Last Resort Kangaskhan basically as easily as we can. To take advantage of the rain, we're also going to use Basculegion, but we're going to use Choice Scarf Adaptability Basculegion rather than Swift Swim, which doubles its speed in the rain. This might seem kind of weird because, like, yeah, you have rain on the team and Basculegion gets an ability that doubles its speed in the rain, so why would you not use it? But the simple reason is that having Pelipper on a team isn't enough to beat Charizard because Charizard can Mega Evolve, and if you Mega Evolve, then you always get the weather unless your opponent, like, also Mega Evolves, so they'll always have a turn where they can blast us with a Fire-type move, and I'm worried about falling too far behind. By using Choice Scarf Basculegion, we're able to use the move Flip Turn, which does a little bit of damage and then switches Basculegion out, and attacks happen after an opponent has already Mega Evolved. So in this scenario, if they lead Charizard, they might think that they're safe to Mega Evolve and go for a Fire move, but the turn order with Choice Scarf would be Charizard Mega Evolves, then Basculegion uses Flip Turn, does a little damage, switches in Pelipper, gets the Rain, and now weakens Charizard. Bonus points if they lock into Solar Beam, because then Pelipper can just completely boom them. Last but not least on this team, we need a Steel-type Pokemon, because Mega Floette and Mega Gardevoir are really bad for Chesnaught. So we're going to add our Caledon. I used our Caledon recently on a rain team, but it was Choice Scarf and really offensive. This one is completely the reverse. It's extremely defensive. I put almost all the points into special defense and HP. It has the Stamina ability, which raises its defense stat every time it gets hit with a move. And it can use the move Electro Shot, which powers its special attack up every time it's used, and it becomes a one-turn move in the rain. It's like Solar Beam otherwise. It takes 2 turns. If you're enjoying these outdoor intros, by the way, make sure you subscribe. Not only am I posting new content every day, but also we are able to see how many people subscribe. I'm like moving back and forward. Ooh, I'm far away now. Ooh, look at this. These are my legs. Wait, can I show you? Can you see these? I have Pikachu socks on. Can you see? Can you see this? I don't know. I guess I'll check later. You should subscribe. We can see how many people subscribe for each video, and we use that information to determine different things about what videos we make. So if you're liking these outdoor intros, you should subscribe. Anyway, I've been recording for way longer than I wanted to. That's it for me. Here's the battles. I filmed them last night at 11 p.m. Behold, my hair looking normal. Bye bye. Okay, hello everybody. Here is the Mega Chesnaught team that I will be using today. Right now, actually, in fact, you can take a look at the details here. Definitely some unusual Pokemon on this team. I really had to kind of like think outside the box a little bit to try and make Mega Chesnaught work. I feel like what I've come up with is okay, but yeah, it's a really difficult Pokemon to use. I don't really know what to expect when it comes to actually playing with this team. I'm hopeful that it will be okay. But yeah, Mega Chesnaught is just, it has a lot of challenges it needs to overcome. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. That being said, there are some real strengths with it as well. I think that like in the positions where Mega Chesnaught feels good, it feels really good. It's just difficult to get to those positions a lot of the time. So yeah, I'm curious to see some of the more unorthodox Pokemon on this team, like the Kangaskhan and the Galarian Slowking. I'm curious to see how these Pokemon feel. I don't really know what to expect, but I'm just gonna do my best. Whatever. Okay, let's see what we're up against here. We don't want to see flying types. Honestly, like, okay, yeah, Frostlass is like kind of a huge pain, and Sableye's kind of a huge pain, but like this isn't a bad matchup, all things considered. Question is, what am I gonna do here? I think in a perfect world, I would try and like burst down the Sableye, I think. I kind of don't hate 1-2 here with Chesnaught in the back. Should I bring Pelipper here? Probably, right? And my game plan is just gonna be get rid of the Sableye, Get rid of the Sableye, go from there. I think it's the game plan. Let's try this. The Pokemon I need to watch out for are the Frostlass and the ghost types, basically. The Frostlass and the Sableye. So we're gonna try and like lead with our most... Okay, well, good news and bad news. Here's Kangaskhan and Basket Legend. So yeah, basically, these are the two Pokemon we need to get rid of if we want to win the game, and they switch out. Okay, and now I'm 8th, and now I'm 8th, and now I'm 8th. Okay, I hit Gambit though, which is not terrible. Let's see if they protect. Okay, they Mega Evolve right away. I could have Fake Outed this slot. The thing is, I don't really need damage on King Gambit. I need damage on Frostlass. Let's see what they go for here. Snow Warning, protect. Oh, great. Wow, this is a great turn. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay. So that's good. Here's Fake Out. It's gonna do more than you expect, but not that much. Maybe 10%. One was off by 1. Okay. Wave Crush should do over half, I would guess. I'm gonna guess this thing has like 35 to 40 left. Oh, actually did even more than I thought. That's in last respects range. I gotta just clear it. But I do think the big question here for me is how am I gonna get rid of this? Like, I can beat the Gambit later. I want to get rid of the Frostlass. Let's switch out and let's... I mean, we only have one move left, right? Let's go for it. They might read this, but like, honestly, I need more damage on the Frostlass. I am not familiar with Kangaskhan's damage output. I don't think this will KO. In fact, I'm almost positive it won't, but I also don't remember off the top of my head how strong Last Respects is, or Last Resort is. So, okay, Pelipper comes in here. We're just trying to clear the path for my... Honestly, if I get rid of the Frostlass, go for Sucker. Good move from me. They go for Shadow Ball. Okay, I think I'm immune to that on my Chesnaught as my last resort here. Oh, okay. Well, my Chesnaught is now in position where it can win this game because now, kind of regardless of what's in the back, that's a little bit spooky. Yes or yes? Let's go for Weather Ball into... Should we Weather Ball or should we Tailwind? Let's Weather Ball Gambit and switch to Basket Legion, I think. They could read this and go for Kowtow, Cleave, and Dire Claw and get both KOs. But I think that I might still be able to win if they do that. Okay, they Sucker Punch. That's fine for me. The important thing in my opinion here is just to make sure that... Okay, cool. Okay, cool. And now we get to go into Chesnaught because we're in a position where after an Iron Defense, it's going to be... Should I have more HP on Chesnaught? Is this really the max HP I can get? Oh, hang on a second. Did I do something wrong? No, that's correct. Okay, I just got the HP stack confused. Okay, we're gonna Mega Evolve here. We don't have the Gengar, right? Which is great. I think I'm gonna go for Iron Defense here. 3. Okay, that's a lot. Okay, I'm Aqua Jet should definitely KO. Okay, here's my Mega Evolution. I might have to take a Dire Claw, which would be kind of annoying. There may have been a case that Leech Seed was better here, but the thing is that if I get an Iron Defense up, they're never doing any damage to me. And they yeah. And they're protected. So I don't think that it's gonna be easy for them to win now because with Aqua Jet taking out King Gambit here, I'm in danger. Okay, hang on a second. Hang on a second. It's gonna be a 1 versus 3. That can't be good. That cannot be good. Okay, here's Iron Defense. So it looks like it's gonna come down to Chesnaught to solo the rest of this team because I think I'm gonna lose all my other Pokemon. I didn't even think about what happened if Basket Legion didn't get the KO there. I guess I am Jolly Nature, but even still. I think I'm supposed to go for Leech Seed here. I Leech Seed into King Gambit. I Fake out the Sneasler. I guess this. I'm worried about, like, the thing is, I don't know the moves on the Sableye. It could have Encore, but it could also have Disable. Okay, here's Fake Out. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. So they go for with King Gambit. It kind of, oh, they low kicked me. I mean, you're not getting through this. I hit. Okay, that's really big. Ooh, wait, I didn't know that King Gambit, or not King Gambit, I didn't know Chesnaught had those Vine things. That's pretty sick. Okay, so here's the position. 1 Leech Seed and I win the game, right? 1 Leech Seed and I win the game on either Pokemon. But what if the Sableye has Disable? It's in the name, right? Disable. I'm gonna Body Press the Sneasler and last resort the Sableye. We don't know the moves that they have yet. They could have Fake Out. They could have Disable. We go for Trick. Oh, that's not what I expected. Okay, now my Kang. Oh, they were Scarfed. Wait, is my Kang? No, it's not gonna be faster, is it? Oh no. Okay, it's fine. Oh wait, but my Kang survives the turn. No sleep, no poison. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, they were Scarf Sableye. Okay, last resort comes out. I maybe should hit the Sneasler here. How much does this do? I lost my Silk Scarf. It would have KO'd. Okay, this Kangaskhan's kind of nasty. This should KO, right? It's resisted, but I mean, yeah, okay, Chesnaught's just a monster. And yeah, okay, with that, I think Chesnaught's gonna bring us home. Took out King Gambit. I mean, you saw how little it took. It's gonna take more damage from poison almost than from the actual super effective Dire Claw. But yeah, it's not gonna be easy for Sableye to win this here. I guess maybe it's disable Sableye. Okay, wait, actually I could lose. Because if it's disable, then if I miss Leech Seed, then they can win the game. Oh wait, no, they can't, because I'll actually KO them with struggle. Kangaskhan come look at that. Okay. Okay, I think I'll win because of a struggle, to be honest. But this is like, it's close to being losable. Like if I hadn't done enough damage with Kangaskhan here. Okay, I hit. Okay, Chesnaught brings us home. 2 KOs with Leech Seed. That's not something you see every day. But yeah, that's like the kind of general strategy of how you want Chesnaught to work. You want to kind of deal with the Pokemon that threatens it. In this case, it was Frostlass. Take it out early, and then ideally just basically get an Iron Defense up and wall the rest of the team with Leech Seed. And that's kind of exactly what happened here, right? So yeah, you can see the theory behind it. The issue is that Chesnaught's poor defensive typing makes it sometimes easier said than done, is what I will say. But here it was done, and it wasn't easy, but we did do it, so that's good. Hello, I want to tell you about a cool project that I've been working on for a while. This is the Difference Notebook. It's a specialized notebook using a page layout that I designed based on how I take notes in competitive Pokemon. Inside every notebook, there's a QR code that takes you to a video that explains how to use the layout, so you don't need to know already. Anyway, I spent like a year designing this, and it's only available for pre-order for 1 more week, less than a week at this point. Something close. Put the date up on screen, because I guess a week is relative depending on when you're watching this. Thank you. I personally find note-taking to be super helpful in competitive Pokemon. I do it at literally every tournament. So if you have the means and it's something that you're interested in, check out VGCnotebook.com to learn more. There's also this video that you can watch if you want like a more in-depth explanation, but yeah, that's probably it for now. Okay, back to the video. Bye-bye. Oh, okay, a Scovillain team. So, okay, there's good news and bad news. The good news is that my Chesnaught looks pretty good here in general. The bad news is that specifically there's some hard Pokemon here. The Scovillain really makes my life difficult. It's just such a good Pokemon. Okay, what's my goal here? I would like to get weather control, right? I would really like to have the rain up. I think this could be a Archaludon up front game, potentially. Try this. I think it's okay if Basculegion gets... Like, the thing is, I have 2 Pokemon that can become physically bulky, right? And this team is almost entirely physical attackers. My goal in this game is to honestly get rid of this Scovillain, I guess. Okay, well, that's the Pokemon I need to get rid of, which is good. I'm actually gonna do something a little bit cheeky here. I'm gonna attack myself. I'm gonna try to at least go for side flip turn here. My idea basically is that I could get burned here, which would be bad, but I want to get a defense boost up immediately and a special attack boost as well. My main goal is really just to clear the Scovillain. But I want to spend turn setting up first, basically. Here's the Mega Evolution. This mon is very good. My Archaludon is really bulky and has some recovery, although if they go for... I'm worried about Rage Powder here, basically. Rage Powder would make my life difficult. Okay, ooh, okay, I did a lot. I'm now +1 defense. Doesn't really help me, to be honest, in this specific matchup or in this specific position, but yeah, it gives me Pelipper on the field, which is good. I'll hit this Milotic with Electroshot. The question is who moves next. I think naturally either Milotic or Archaludon should move next. I go for Icy Wind, so I lose my Focus Sash immediately. I'm actually taking more damage than I expected here as well. I'm now +2. Let's see what they go for. Flamethrower, Overheat. They go for Leech Seed. Okay, so they're gonna give me time to recover here, which is a little annoying. I'm -1 speed. Here's Electroshot. I'm +1 special attack. I think this has been a bad turn 1. Because I didn't get any damage on Scovillain, right? And I'm losing health. I don't have any healing on Archaludon now that I'm Leech Seeded. Good damage on my Milotic. That's going to be helpful later. Okay, leftovers. I mean, at this point, I may as well just accept that Scovillain is going to be impossible for me to break easily. You know, I could double it with Weather Ball here if I wanted. I really need it gone, but I also want to keep my weather control up. I think Milotic's going to T-Tar on this turn. Seems decently likely to me. But no, it looks like they actually stayed in. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, they go for Rage Powder. That's probably good for me. Let's see what they go for with Scovillain here. I'm going to get burned. They go for Recover, actually. So, okay, no damage on this turn. See how much Dragon Pulse does. This is +1 Dragon Pulse, but I'm not that strong. I have like no investment. It actually does like nothing. Straight up nothing. So I'm taking a lot of damage. Do you think Flip Turn will KO the Scovillain here? I know this looks bad, and I'm probably like losing because Scovillain's like super good. No way, I'm not KOing here. But the thing is that like it's not as bad as it looks, I think, because my goal is Chesnaught in the end, right? And I'm putting myself in a position where winning with Chesnaught is getting closer. I don't think they're gonna go for a hard switch to Tyranitar here, so I'm gonna go for Wave Crash, just accept that I'm losing my Basculegion's health here. They could switch my Milotic out, but the thing is, if I go for a Flip Turn, they're gonna lose the Weather War. Oh my god, did I just... Oh, okay, Sneasler. Okay, that's fine. They're not doubling, are they? Oh, they protected. Oh man, okay. I mean, I'm still not burnt, which is good. Here's Wave Crash, does nothing. Like my my Archaludon's looking so good, or my what's it called? My Chesnaught is looking super good. This is +2. Do you think this KOs? Probably not, because I don't have any investment. Okay. It wasn't even Sash. Okay, well, I mean, I guess that's good, right? You think it's worth switching Archaludon out here? Like, I'm healing them a lot. I'm only +2. You think I take a hit? Probably not, right? I don't want to switch anybody in here. So I guess I just sack Archaludon then. I'm gonna protect this turn. I know it's a little bit strange, but I think it's okay. I need this thing gone. Okay, they protect Sneasler. So I think that this is okay for me, all things considered. Like, I'm really just trying to end up in a position where my Chesnaught can win. Okay, this should KO. It's adaptability and rain boosted, and it's very strong. I'm gonna take recoil damage here. Okay, we get rid of the threat. That's good. I have to give up a lot to get rid of Scovillain, but I think because I've done enough with a lot of my other Pokemon, I think it's still, like, I think this is overall a positive trade for me. Calodon is not going to give them Leech Seed for this turn, at least. Oh, it's Aegislash is the last. Okay, interesting. So my Iron Defense isn't as important here. I'm going to go for Electroshot and Aegislash and Wave Crash into the Sneasler. You know, actually, I'm going to double the Sneasler with Electroshot and Wave Crash. Okay, cool. With Sneasler gone... Okay, here's the thing. If this Aegislash is physical, it's going to have a really hard time breaking through Chesnaught. And if it's special, then Shadow Ball actually will not work on my Chesnaught. Okay, they changed stances here. Who are they going after, though? Big question. Shadow Ball. Oh, they're special attacking. Okay. That means they're not able to hit me with Shadow Ball here, but I think they're just going to die. I think they're going to die to Electroshock before they even get a chance. Their Icy Wind speed drop actually works against them here as Electroshock comes out. All right, this is +3, and this is Sword Form. I don't think they're living this. Great. Okay, and now we get to go into Chesnaught, but it kind of feels like at this point, like, Chesnaught didn't really do much here. Okay, didn't do anything. They forfeited. I was playing to a Chesnaught endgame, but I just won the game first. I think this is one of the weaknesses of Chesnaught is that you need to do a lot of work before it can kind of win the game. And sometimes, like, if you're able, it's like, you know about the concept of win more? It's like a strategy or a Pokemon or, you know, something in a video game where it's good, but it's only good when you're already winning. And I kind of feel like Chesnaught is a little bit like that, where if you're behind, I feel like Chesnaught is not going to help you. But if you're ahead, it can be really strong. But if you're ahead, then like maybe another Pokemon could be strong too. So, okay, there's been a jump cut because I just played a game that will be going up on Patreon. I brought Galarian Slowking to that one, but I have one more game for you all today. I'm going to try and do my best to make it an interesting one. This is a really weird team. It has Basculegion and Pelipper. Pelipper's a pretty major issue for Chesnaught. So is Reuniclus, to be honest. But the other Pokemon I can beat with Chesnaught. So, okay, my Archaludon looks pretty good here. My Archaludon looks pretty good. I think my goal is to just clear their Pelipper. Let's do 1, 2 here. And then in the back, Chesnaught plus, really would like to bring Galarian Slowking, but I don't know if this is the matchup for it. Okay, I don't think I'm sorry. I want to bring Galarian Slowking just so I can show it off, but I don't think this is a matchup where I'm allowed to bring it. Okay, our goal is to clear the Pelipper. If we clear the Pelipper, I think that if we clear the Pelipper, that's not Pelipper. Hello. Okay, I'm gonna go for a double into the Reuniclus here. I'm gonna Electroshot, which is very risky, and Flip Turn. This is very, 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 very risky because if Reuniclus protects, I might, like, I'll get stuck here. Oh, that can't be good. They do Mega Evolve right away. That can't be good. Maybe I should have side Flip Turned. Maybe I might have needed the defense boost. We just don't want to see Protect from Reuniclus. Show me Ally Switch. Okay, they protect T-Tar. That's probably the best case scenario. Okay, Flip Turn comes out. This is gonna do like 20. Guy who's not familiar with adaptability, Basculegion. Guy who doesn't know the base power of Flip Turn, it's like 60, right? What are we doing? Going into Pelipper? Like, this is a good start, obviously. Like, the turn 1 went well, or is going well, I should say. The thing is that, like, I'm not out of the woods by any means, because, like, Reuniclus is one of the Pokemon that I need to worry about as an Archaludon user, but it's not the only Pokemon, right? Or as a Chesnaught user, sorry. I don't think this is gonna KO. Electroshot, my Archaludon's entirely focused on bulk. Oh, yeah, that might have been a mistake in hindsight. And they go for Trick Room, actually, so... Interesting. Trick Room feels like it should be good for me, but I need to be kind of careful here. I'm gonna go for, and I may as well Electroshot again, right? I'm gonna Electroshot here, and then I would like to just protect. I think Trick Room actually favors me. I'm gonna Weather Ball the Tyranitar. I think it's okay if I go down. Like, they have to do something here. Oh, that can't be good. Oh man, I should have brought in Chesnaught. Okay, Pelipper survives. Getting parried here would be really clutch. Give me the para, because if I get parried, I'll move next. Para? Oh man. Okay, we just don't want to flinch here. Flinching here would be very, very bad because now we're +1 defense, which is really nice. It means that there's not that many Pokemon that can really threaten us anymore. +1 defense. If we get rid of this Reuniclus, it's a big if. No flinchy, no flinchy. Okay, great. Clearing Reuniclus is amazing here. So we lose Pelipper, which means we lose control of the weather. But the thing is that actually Inside Trick Room is better for me because Mega Chesnaught is actually one of the Mega Evolutions that gets slower when it Mega Evolves. And so Inside Trick Room, it's extremely good into Tyranitar, and being able to get an Iron Defense off before my opponent's attack feels pretty nice. So in the back, they have what? Pelipper, Basculegion, Scissor, and Garchomp, some combination 2 of those. We just need to watch out for Pelipper, to be honest. But since we have a defense boost on our Calodon, it's like not looking so bad, right? Do who they go into here. It is Pelipper. I mean, this is the Pokemon we need gone. I'm gonna go Electro Shot here, and I would like to double it, to be honest. I'd really like to double it. I just don't know who. I think I should Spiky Shield because I might need to solve this Trick Room. Okay, they actually don't switch, which I wasn't expecting. If we can clear this Pelipper, we'll win the game. I'm almost positive. So I go for Spiky Shield here. I expect Teacher to protect here. Oh, they go for Muddy Water. Okay. That can be a little bit problematic. They're clearly slow Pelipper. Actually decent damage. Just don't drop my accuracy, please. +2 defense now. Okay, that's fine. Just don't crit. Awesome. +3 defense. And we get an Electro Shot off here. This may not be Focus Sash, actually. If it's not Focus Sash, then I think I've won the game because I can go for an Iron Defense kind of regardless of what's in the back. Yeah, once Pelipper goes down, if Pelipper goes down, it is Focus Sash. Okay. So my position's good, but it's not like I haven't finished it yet, right? I'm gonna go for Flash Cannon to Tyranitar this turn. It is somewhat obvious that they'll switch out, but my thought process is basically if they switch, then like I'll get Pelipper for sure because they'll come back in and KO it with Sand. And so I think it's fine just to like play as if it's gonna stay in because if they switch out, it's good for me anyway. Also, they could have Garchomp in the back who doesn't want to take +3 here anyway. Okay, here's Body Press. That's the end of Pelipper. And now it's gonna be really difficult regardless of what's in the back for them to win. I also still have my own Scarf Basculegion in the back. Here's Low Kick. If it crits here, it would be a little bit threatening, but yeah, I think with Pelipper down and Reuniclus down, it's no longer very obvious to me how they're going to win this game. Here's Flash Cannon. +3 gets turn 1 hit. And now it's a 3 versus 1, and I think like my Calodon is 4 defense boosts, 3 special attack boosts. My Chesnaught is at full HP. Yeah, they forfeit. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's Mega Chesnaught. I think it's an interesting Pokemon. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie to you. This is my least favorite Mega Evolution I've used. It is extremely difficult to use. It is extremely difficult to make it feel like good. I think that if you could have both an item and Terrestrialization, it would be an excellent Pokemon, but you can, like right now we have neither, right? And you'll never have an item. You'll probably always have neither. It's certainly one of the Mega Evolutions of all time. I like the design. I think it's cool. I think conceptually it's interesting. Maybe there's a way to make it work that I haven't found, but I tried a lot of experimentation with this Pokemon, and like, while it's possible to get wins with it, oftentimes it's kind of just like there. It just stands around. I really don't like this Pokemon at all. So there's Mega Chesnaught. If it's your favorite Pokemon, you know, sorry, it's not my favorite Pokemon is what I will say. But I think of this trio, of the like Kalos starter trio, it's certainly like pretty far below the worst. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was interesting to see my attempt at Mega Chesnaught. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for more content. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.